This is quite a famous phenomenon in Turkey, that there are huge cities. They look like ant farms on an enormous scale that are dug out under the earth. Hundreds and hundreds of rooms. That huge efforts was put into digging deep beneath the earth and creating these shelters.
Nestled in the heart of Turkey's enchanting Cappadocia region lies Derinkuyu, an ancient underground city that stands as a monument to the ingenuity and resilience of bygone civilizations. Its fascinating origins, complex construction, and versatile uses offer a glimpse into a community that sought refuge beneath the Earth's surface, crafting a hidden world of remarkable depth and complexity.
And archaeology does not have a good explanation about what they're there for, or why they were built, or when they were built. They're all cut out of stone. You can only date objects that were left in them. You can't say when they were actually made.
The story of Derinkuyu begins in the 8th–7th centuries BCE, with the Phrygians, an Indo-European people renowned for their architectural skills, laying its foundation. What likely started as a modest subterranean enclave was expanded by successive cultures, each adding layers of depth and function to this architectural marvel. Notably, in the 2nd and 3rd centuries AD, early Christians seeking sanctuary from Roman persecution carved out additional living quarters, worship spaces and communal areas.
They were used by Christians, they were used by Muslims, they were used back in 2,000 plus years ago as homes in some cases.
The construction of Derinkuyu was no small feat. It involved the excavation of approximately 2.5 million cubic meters of volcanic rock, known as tuff, which is soft enough to carve but hardens when exposed to air, ensuring stability for the city's expansive underground structures. Derinkuyu's purpose extended far beyond a mere hideout. It was a bastion during invasions and conflicts in the strategically significant region of Cappadocia.
What makes sense of those underground cities to me is that they were built as places of refuge that people could go into during an episode of meteor bombardment during the Younger Dryas.
Beyond serving as a refuge, it also offered a complete underground living environment with water wells, food storage, livestock pens, and even a prison.
They're fine. They have air vents, they have water, they're incredibly well thought out.
Its intricate layout supported a vibrant community life, with residential areas, communal kitchens, and places of worship, reflecting a society capable of sophisticated urban planning and social organization. The city's capacity to house up to 20,000 people, coupled with its advanced infrastructure, including an extensive ventilation system and a complex water distribution network, speaks volumes about the ancient world's architectural and engineering prowess.
I spent hours down there just wandering around and looking at this amazing place.
Of particular note is Derinkuyu's significance to early Christians, who found not just a safe haven, but a spiritual sanctuary within its depths. The numerous chapels and churches adorned with religious symbols and bas-reliefs provided a focal point for community and faith, underscoring the city's importance as a religious retreat. Derinkuyu, an underground world equivalent to an 18-story building below the Earth's surface. This ancient city, carved deep into the earth to a depth of around 200 feet, provided a year-round comfortable living environment. Thanks to its cooler and more stable temperatures, it's fascinating to think about how it was designed to house up to 20,000 people, along with their livestock and possessions, showcasing an incredibly organized society, adept at managing life's necessities in such a confined yet complex space. With at least 18 levels, Derinkuyu was more than just a series of tunnels. It was a fully functioning underground metropolis. The city was meticulously organized into residential areas, communal spaces, and even sectors for livestock, indicating a society that valued structure and community. The intricate layout ensured that despite being underground, movement within the city was fluid. The city's innovative ventilation system is nothing short of remarkable. Thousands of shafts ensured that fresh air reached the deepest levels, a feat that underscores an advanced understanding of environmental control and airflow. This system was crucial for not only providing fresh air, but also for dispersing smoke from cooking and lighting, maintaining air quality for the large population residing within. But perhaps what stands out most about Derinkuyu are its defensive features. Massive stone doors could be rolled across passages to seal off the city, transforming it into a fortress at a moment's notice. The corridors, intentionally narrow, were designed to thwart large groups of invaders, allowing defenders to control movement throughout the city effectively. Moreover, the hidden entrances and exits, some connected to the surface by miles-long tunnels, speak volumes about the strategic planning that went into safeguarding the city. These secret passages allowed for stealthy entrances and exits, crucial for gathering intelligence or making escapes during sieges. Despite the extensive exploration that has peeled back some of its layers, Derinkuyu keeps parts of itself hidden, teasing the imagination with what lies in its uncharted depths. While we've uncovered much, there's still a vast expanse that remains out of reach. Safety concerns and the potential risk of collapse have kept certain sections off-limits, sparking a wildfire of speculation and theories about the full scale of this underground labyrinth. Could there be entire levels we've yet to discover, or hidden rooms filled with ancient artifacts waiting to tell their part of Derinkuyu's tale? The lore surrounding Derinkuyu and its sister cities in Cappadocia weaves a rich tapestry of tales that blur the lines between history and legend. Stories of a vast network of tunnels connecting the underground cities suggest a sophisticated system used for trade, communication, or even as escape routes from invaders.
The two that I visited in the series are Derinkuyu and Kaimakli, and these two sites are joined by an 8-kilometer tunnel underground.
While some of these tunnels have been confirmed, the full extent of this network fuels the imagination about the capabilities of ancient civilizations. Speculation about Derinkuyu's past ventures into the realms of the extraordinary, with some suggesting it might have been a refugee for extraterrestrial visitors or a remnant of a lost advanced civilization. Although such theories stretch beyond the bounds of established archaeological evidence, they underscore the fascination Derinkuyu incites, reflecting the human penchant for mystery and the unexplained. Derinkuyu is a hidden gem that tells a tale of human resilience, architectural mastery, and the intricate history of Anatolia. This ancient underground city, a sanctuary carved from the earth, speaks volumes about the lengths to which people will go to protect their beliefs, their culture, and their way of life. Imagine a time between the 1st and 3rd centuries AD when early Christians facing relentless persecution from the Roman Empire sought refuge beneath the earth's surface. Derinkuyu became their sanctuary, a place where they could practice their faith in secret away from the oppressive gaze of Roman authorities. Within this subterranean haven, they carved out chapels and churches, adorning them with frescoes that depicted scenes from the Bible and Christian iconography, creating a space that was not just about survival, but about preserving their spiritual and cultural identity. But Derinkuyu was not an isolated refuge, it was part of a vast network of underground cities in Cappadocia, connected by miles of tunnels. These connections weren't just for escape or hiding, they represented a sophisticated system for trade, communication, and strategic movement, highlighting an advanced level of social organization and urban planning in ancient Cappadocia. This network of cities underlines the region's significance as a cultural and economic hub, showcasing the ingenuity of its people in creating a cohesive and cooperative community. The modern rediscovery of Derinkuyu is as fascinating as its history. In 1963, a local stumbled upon a mysterious room behind a wall in his home, unveiling the entrance to this ancient city. This discovery captured the imagination of historians, archaeologists, and the wider public, leading to the exploration of the city and its eventual opening to tourists. Today, Derinkuyu is not just an archaeological site, it's a major tourist attraction that draws people from all over the world eager to explore its ancient passageways, chapels, and the incredible engineering behind its construction. Derinkuyu's significance has been recognized on a global scale, as it, along with other sites in the Cappadocia region, has been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This honor speaks to its value to humanity, preserving its history and architecture for future generations. The city stands as a symbol of what humans are capable of achieving when faced with existential threats, creating safe havens of remarkable complexity and beauty. Beyond its historical and architectural value, Derinkuyu serves as an educational resource, offering insights into ancient construction techniques, community living, and survival strategies. It continues to inspire and educate, reminding us of the depths of human ingenuity and the enduring spirit of communities that have faced adversity throughout history. Advanced civilizations that existed before humans. The theory of a prehistoric global civilization. This isn't just your everyday history lesson, it's a journey into a world of ancient enigmas and archaeological puzzles. So picture this, a global advanced civilization that existed way back in prehistoric times. We're talking about a civilization that might have spanned the globe, leaving its mark on various cultures and continents. The idea is that remnants of this lost civilization can be found in the striking similarities among ancient structures and myths from different parts of the world. Now let's zoom in on the evidence that gets everyone talking. Think about those massive stone circles at Stonehenge, the awe-inspiring pyramids of Egypt, and the mysterious temples scattered across South America. Some folks look at these marvels and say, hey, there's no way these were all coincidences or independent inventions. They argue that the similarities in construction techniques, architectural styles, and even the astronomical alignments point to a shared source of knowledge, possibly an advanced culture with technology and understanding that might rival or even surpass what we know today. But hold on, not everyone's on board with this idea. Mainstream scholars, the folks who spend their lives digging through the past, have a different take. They say, wait a minute, these similarities? That's just convergent cultural evolution. In simpler terms, they believe that different societies, facing similar challenges and environments, naturally came up with similar solutions. It's like different chefs in different kitchens cooking up similar recipes because they have the same ingredients. But the theories don't stop there. Some go even further, suggesting that maybe, just maybe, this ancient civilization had a little extraterrestrial help. Could it be that ancient aliens gave our ancestors a cosmic nudge, sharing knowledge and technology? It's a theory that's as wild as it is fascinating. And then there's the mythological angle. Across the world, from the legends of Atlantis to the stories of Lemuria and Mu, we find tales of lost civilizations, sunken continents, and advanced societies. Could these be more than just stories? Could they be echoes of a forgotten chapter in human history? So what's the truth? Did a global advanced civilization once walk the Earth? Or is it all just a mix of coincidence, independent innovation, and a sprinkle of human imagination? The debate rages on. All right, let's take a cosmic journey to explore one of the most mind-boggling mysteries out there, the Dogon people and their incredible knowledge of the Sirius star system. Picture this, an ethnic group in Mali, Africa, with astronomical insights that seem way ahead of their time. It's a story that's as intriguing as it is puzzling. Now, the Dogon, they're known for their deep understanding of the stars, especially Sirius, which is actually a star system, not just one star. What's wild is that they knew about Sirius B, a companion to Sirius which you can't even see without a telescope. And they even talked about a third star, Sirius C, way before modern astronomers confirmed its existence. This is like having a secret cosmic map in your backyard without any high-tech gadgets. But how did they know all this? Well, this knowledge came to light thanks to French anthropologists Marcel Griaule and Germaine Dieterlen back in the 1930s and 1940s. They spent a lot of time with the Dogon and came back with stories that left everyone scratching their heads. The thing is, some folks think maybe the anthropologists got a bit carried away or misinterpreted the Dogon's symbolic stories as literal astronomical facts. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Some people think the Dogon's knowledge is so out there, it must have come from an advanced ancient civilization or maybe even extraterrestrial beings. But most experts lean towards a more down-to-earth explanation, like the Dogon picking up this info through contact with other cultures or astronomers. The Dogon's fascination with Sirius isn't just about stars, it's deeply woven into their culture, their art, their entire worldview. Sirius plays a starring role, pun intended, in their creation myths and big ceremonies like the Sigui festival, which is this grand event that happens every 60 years. And let's not forget the bigger picture. The Dogon are known for their rich culture. We're talking stunning art, complex social structures, and seriously impressive architecture. All of this gives us a fuller picture of how they view the cosmos. Going on a journey through time and myth to explore some of the most captivating and mysterious ancient civilizations ever spoken about, Hyperborea, Mu, and Lemuria. These places are more than just legends. They're like whispers from a past that might have been, filled with secrets and wonders. First up, Hyperborea. This isn't just your regular ancient land, it's like the ultimate paradise from Greek mythology. Think a place where it's always sunny, no one gets sick, and people live incredibly long, blissful lives. It's said to be so far north, even the north wind can't reach it. And guess who was a big fan? Apollo, the sun god himself. He'd supposedly spend his winters there away from Greece. The Hyperboreans, they weren't just happy sun lovers, they were described as giants, incredibly advanced, maybe even with some kind of ancient high-tech up their sleeves. Now let's talk about Mu and Lemuria. Mu's this legendary lost continent in the Pacific, a bit like Atlantis. Imagine a whole civilization advanced and thriving, and then one day it just sinks into the ocean. And Lemuria. It's said to be this lost land in the Indian Ocean. It was initially a scientific idea to explain why lemurs are found in Madagascar and India, but nowhere in between. Both these places have become symbols of lost knowledge, often depicted as spiritually and technologically superior, maybe even with inhabitants who had special powers or, get this, connections to aliens. Speaking of aliens, these ancient civilizations are a goldmine for ancient astronaut theories. Some folks believe the knowledge and achievements of places like Hyperborea, Mu, and Lemuria came from extraterrestrial visitors. Imagine that, ancient humans rubbing elbows with aliens. Let's set the scene. Göbekli Tepe, located in modern-day Turkey. This place is ancient, and I mean really ancient. We're talking about a site that dates back to around 10,000 BCE. To put that into perspective, it's older than Stonehenge and the Egyptian pyramids. That fact alone is enough to make any history buff do a double take. But what's truly mind-boggling about Göbekli Tepe are the megalithic structures found there. These aren't just a bunch of old rocks. They are sophisticated constructions with massive stone pillars arranged in circles. Each pillar is intricately carved with animal figures and abstract symbols, showing a level of artistic skill that's way ahead of its time. Now, here's where it gets even more intriguing. The discovery of Göbekli Tepe suggests that our ancestors were not just simple hunter-gatherers at the time. The level of organization and craftsmanship needed to build this place implies that they had social structures, specialized skills, and maybe even some form of spiritual or ritualistic practices, far more advanced than what we previously thought possible for that era. And guess what? This site was intentionally buried. Yes, you heard that right. Around 8000 BCE, for reasons still unknown, these people buried the entire complex. This act adds a layer of mystery to Göbekli Tepe. Was it a sacred act? A protective measure? We're still trying to piece that puzzle together. The implications of Göbekli Tepe are huge. It's making us question the timeline of civilization as we know it. It's like finding a hidden chapter of human history, one that could change the narrative of our evolution from primitive wanderers to sophisticated societies. But hold your horses. There's more. Some theorists even speculate that Göbekli Tepe's creation was influenced by extraterrestrial visitors. They argue that the astronomical alignments of the pillars and the advanced knowledge required to build such a site hint at otherworldly inspiration. While mainstream archaeology doesn't support this, it's a theory that stirs the imagination. And now going underwater, diving deep into the mysterious civilization of Dwarka. Picture this, a city so grand and mystical it's been the talk of ancient Indian legends and modern archaeology alike. Let's peel back the layers of this fascinating tale. Dwarka, often called the Atlantis of the East, holds a special place in ancient Indian lore, especially in the epic Mahabharata. The story goes that this city was crafted by the deity Lord Krishna himself, a place of such splendor and magnificence that it seems more like a dream than reality. But the legend takes a dramatic turn. This majestic city is said to have been consumed by the sea, vanishing in a cataclysmic event, leaving behind nothing but whispers of its glory. Fast forward to today, and the mystery of Dwarka has taken a fascinating twist. Off the northwestern coast of India, underwater archaeologists have been playing a real-life game of treasure hunt. And guess what? They've stumbled upon something big, remnants of what looks like an ancient submerged city. We're talking ruins, artifacts, the whole shebang, all lying quietly under the sea. These findings are like a history detective's dream. They paint a picture of a city that knew what it was doing. Well-planned streets, sturdy structures, maybe even bustling ports. It's like catching a fleeting glimpse of a civilization that we thought existed only in myths and stories. But here's where it gets tricky. While these underwater discoveries are mind-blowing, they haven't given us all the answers. Is this really the legendary Dwarka of Krishna? Did this place actually exist as the epic tales describe? Or is it just a mythical city that found its way into ancient texts? We don't have all the pieces of the puzzle yet, but the clues we've unearthed so far are undeniably intriguing. Diving into the mesmerizing legend of Atlantis, a story that has intrigued and baffled us for ages. So let's set sail on this ancient mystery. The tale of Atlantis first makes a splash in Plato's famous dialogues, Timaeus and Critias. Plato, a bigwig in the world of philosophy, spins this yarn about a super-advanced civilization that supposedly existed a whopping 9,000 years before his time. According to him, Atlantis wasn't just any old civilization, it was a powerhouse with cutting-edge technology, a society that would make even modern civilizations look twice. Picture this: Atlantis, a massive island nation decked out with all sorts of tech marvels, a society so organized it would put a Swiss watch to shame, and a navy that ruled the waves. But here's the dramatic twist. This mighty island is said to have sunk into the ocean depths in just one catastrophic day and night, like a cosmic magic trick, gone in a flash. Now the burning question: was Atlantis real, or was Plato just spinning a good yarn? Some folks think it was all allegory, a made-up story with a moral. But then there are others who are all in on Atlantis being as real as you and me, a civilization that maybe kick-started the legends of advanced societies lost to time. The Atlantis debate opens up a treasure trove of theories. Some adventurers think it might have been in the Mediterranean, others speculate about the Caribbean, and a few even suggest otherworldly connections. Could Atlantis have had a helping hand from extraterrestrial visitors? It's a theory that's as wild as it is intriguing. So Atlantis, a mythical tale, a lost chapter of human history, or perhaps a case of ancient aliens giving us a nudge? The truth is still out there, playing hide and seek with us. But one thing's for sure, the story of Atlantis isn't just a tale of the past, it's a beacon, lighting up our imagination and our quest for answers. Keep your minds open and your eyes on the stars, because the legend of Atlantis is far from over.